In this video, I'd like to share with you how I stopped wasting so much time and started to make over $1,000 a day in profit with my online business. What you can see on the screen right now, it's me a couple years back when I still had to sleep in a rat-infested basement in the summer sometimes, and then that's what I've been able to accomplish and the sort of life I've been able to live. And it's only because I finally stopped wasting my time. The first thing I really want you to understand is that if you want to be more productive, you want to make more money, you shouldn't do everything. And a couple years in the past, something became very, very popular. The concept of having a long morning routine. And it became popular because of books like The 5 a.m. Club or The Miracle Morning by Hal Herold. And everyone on YouTube and social media, they were all making videos on their super productive morning routines, and they were waking up at 5 a.m., doing a workout, taking a cold shower, all that stuff. And I'll be honest with you, waking up early, it's awesome. I personally love it. Now, if you're a night owl, you'll probably disagree with me, but I've never been as productive as when I'm waking up early. I also really enjoy taking cold showers, or meditating, or lifting weights, or reading books, or journaling. I've actually never done red light therapy yet, but so many people have it in their head that they need to start their day doing all of these crazy things, otherwise they won't be able to make money. But I mean, let's face it, for most people who start a business, first, they don't have their whole day. You know, they work a job that they don't really like, they just work that job because it pays the bills, or they go to university, they study for a degree that really they just don't care about, they just have to. And then maybe on the side they work a part-time job, maybe they work another job even during the summer, etc. But I'll be completely honest with you, I've tried having a super long morning routine, like I'd wake up at 5 a.m. every single day, even though I wasn't going to sleep early enough, so I was usually tired, I was sleep deprived, so my work quality would go down. I would want to take a nap at like 9 a.m. because I was so damn exhausted. And then I would just take a cold shower, and then I would read like for an hour, and then I'd journal, and then I'd get to work. But doing that was actually pretty stupid, because when I woke up, I had the most amount of mental clarity, of willpower, and I wanted to get things done. But instead, I'd go into kind of relax mode by just reading a damn book. Instead, I needed to attack. I needed to start the day with the most difficult task. So nowadays, what I do, I wake up. On average, I wake up between 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. Right now, it's the summer. I'm taking things a bit easier, I'll be honest with you. So I'm waking up at 7. I go to sleep at like 10 p.m. But on average, during the rest of the year, I like to wake up between 5 and 6 a.m. sharp. And then I just go in the kitchen, I make myself a cup of tea, I come right back into my office, and I start working. And I do the most important activities first. I'm not wasting my mental energy, my mental sharpness on reading a book on like charisma or how to sell more or whatever. Sure, always learn, but you're going to learn so much more from just doing. The smartest people do both. They learn from books, courses, they work with mentors, etc., and they also apply. You can just watch all the YouTube videos, read all the books, like I've got so many books right here on my desk. Like there's so many, but it's not my priority. And these habits, which are very good habits to have in your life, they should not be your priority, especially if you have a very limited amount of time. I mean, what you can see here on the right side of the screen, it's probably the most productive routine you could ever have. You wake up, you work, then you've got some exercise, you have lunch, like dinner, etc. You work and you sleep. Like that's it. I'm not even joking. Now, when you look at this kind of routine, it can sound horrible to a ton of people, like what, we're just working all day long, and okay, we exercise, but like that's it. We have food, exercise, and then we just sleep. Doesn't sound better than a 9 to 5. Yeah, except that if you do this for like 2 to 5 years, then you'll have so much money, you can only work like 2 hours a day or do whatever the hell you want. And you'll never have to work a job you hate ever again. You'll never have to obey to a boss who doesn't give 2 fucks about you ever again. So I don't know what you think, but to me, making that sacrifice is worth it. Now with the business model I do, which is selling online courses passively or high-ticket programs, you can, technically speaking, only work a few hours a day. So you don't have to do this. Like I'm not even doing this as we're speaking. I used to in the past, but then I came to realize, okay, well, the hustle culture kind of brainwashed me. I don't need to work more if I want to make more money. Because rich people don't work 50 hours a day, It's just physically impossible. If you want me to teach you how we make thousands of dollars per day selling passive online courses and high-ticket programs so you can do the same, when you're done watching this video, click the link in the description below and you can apply for a free strategy call with me. So if we're a good fit, you'll get the chance to join my premium mentorship program where I'm literally going to hold you by the hand and share all of my strategies with you step by step, so hopefully you can replicate my success. Now there are limited spots, so as soon as you're done, book your call because I don't know for how long I'm going to keep this offer up. The other thing that allowed me to stop wasting so much time, it was to say fuck off to the hustle culture. I'm not even joking. I used to really believe that if I wanted to make millions, if I wanted to be successful, I needed to work extremely hard. I needed to work all day, every day, like 12 hours a day, wake up at 5, take cold showers, grind, 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 and never have any like pleasure in my life, never have any good activities that I enjoy doing, like forget about having hobbies. But then I came to realize something. The more I listened to successful people, the more I talked to successful people, they didn't follow the hustle culture. People who follow the hustle culture, it's everyday people. It's people who spend their whole lives climbing the corporate ladder in hopes they will become executives and be paid six, even multiple six figures a year if they're lucky. You have to understand, if you make 6 figures a year, whether it be with a job, a business, anything, you are in the top 8 to 10% in the world. If you are a millionaire, you're in the top 1% to 1.6% in the whole world. So 99% of people never ever get there. That's something you really need to understand. So if you think like everyone else, if you think you need to work all day long, you will not make more money. Because most people, if you ask them, okay, what should you do right now if you want to make more money? What will they tell you? Like, just take the time to think about it for a second. Most people will tell you, oh, I need better qualifications. I need to spend more time studying in university so I can get more degrees or a better degree. Or people will tell you, well, I just need to work longer shifts. Or I need to get a pay raise so that now my pay per hour increases. So maybe I go from making $10 an hour to making $20 an hour. But I mean, look, even if you worked 24 hours a day, which is obviously physically impossible, you were paid $20 an hour, you'd make $480 per day. And in a month, that's like 14K. Well, it's a good salary. I mean, I think most people will agree. But you're working 24 hours a day. So first, let's say you could work 12 hours a day, all right? Or let's be more extreme, 14 hours a day. You get paid $20 an hour. You're making $280 a day. That's 8K per month. Now, that's pretty good, right, as a salary? Most people never make that. But after taxes, I mean, if you add everything up, you're only keeping half of it. So you're spending 2 hours a day, 7 days a week, no weekends, no Sundays, no vacations, nothing. And you're only really taking home 4K, like after tax. That's it. Whereas you hear of people making $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month, $1 million a month. Do you really think they work more than you or harder than you? No. Now, at first, when you're in the initial stages of building a business, you're going to need to work hard, obviously. Most people never get to that point where they even make 10K per month with an online business or any kind of business because they're acting like pussies. They just don't have what it takes. They give up at the slightest sign of trouble. You've got no idea of how much I sacrificed to be where I am today. You have no idea. So forget about the hustle culture. It's not about working longer or working more. So now the question becomes, okay, well, if it's not about working more, working longer if I want to make more money, then what should I be focusing on? What should I be doing? And this, my friend, is the answer. The Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 law or principle. What it means is that only 20% of the things that you do will actually bring you 80% of the results. For example, with our business, we sell online courses passively or high-ticket programs. What do we need to do to make more money? We make social media content, and if we have a high-ticket program, we take sales calls. Later on, we delegate it to sales reps. So really, you'll need to focus on one task, making the content. Then once you have enough visibility, you build the product, and then it sells automatically. Like that's it, somebody buys the product, you give it, and that's where it stops basically, pretty much. So really, to be able to do this, we only need to work 5 to 15 hours a week. And if you want to go the lazy route, you want to be making a few $100,000 a year, etc., you can only work like 5 hours a week. I'm not joking. Like that's it. But personally, I'd be pretty bored if I just worked 5 hours a week, so I want to do more. But it's up to you. I mean, what kind of job is going to allow you to work 5 to 15 hours a week and make multiple 6 figures a year, even multiple 7 figures per year? Good luck coming up with a career that allows you to do that, because you won't. I've known people who are in very important executive positions, CEOs, etc. They don't make that much. Like they're not making millions of dollars per year for themselves. The maximum they might make is like 20K a month. And if they have to pay taxes, well, really, they're only keeping half of it. The other thing I want to share with you is that you need to shield your mind from haters and just bullshit in general, even just negativity. Now, some people might say negative stuff which isn't meant to harm you necessarily. Like, for example, your family, your friends, they don't really understand wanting to start a business, you know? They're probably all employees. They follow the traditional path. They don't see that anything else exists. They don't see that better opportunities are out there if you want to be free and make a shit ton of money. So if you try to talk to them about wanting to start an online business, not going to university, not having a regular corporate job, a lot of them will probably not really understand you. Unless you're surrounded by very open-minded people, very supportive people, or even entrepreneurs, people who own businesses. But let's face it, most people just don't get it. So they might tell you, oh, but you shouldn't be doing this. Instead of starting an online business, you should go and have a job because starting a business is too risky. Whereas, they don't realize having a job is just as risky. The boss decides if they want to keep you or not. Like, if they don't want you anymore, they just fucking fire you. And then what do? You wouldn't believe the amount of people I've spoken with who literally lost their jobs. They got fired pretty much overnight after 10, 20 years of working in the same corporate career, and a lot of the time without a severance package. So it's like, goodbye, just go and do your thing. We don't want you anymore. Thanks for your loyal service. And here I put this example of like one YouTube comment I received among so many. Somebody said, finding fulfillment in money is a fool's errand. And yes and no. Like, maybe this person doesn't mean to be a hater or something, and they just say, well, if you just chase money for the sake of chasing money, well, you're not gonna be happy. And yeah, obviously, like, if you just want money to accumulate numbers in your bank account, what the fuck is the point? But saying that is also a way to say that you're poor without admitting that you're poor. Because people who don't value making money, people who say, oh, money won't make you happy, it's either rich people trying to mislead you so you don't get rich and compete with them, or it's just broke people coping because they're too fucking broke and too fucking scared to do anything about it. So really just shield yourself from negativity, from bullshit. I don't listen to the news, I don't watch the news, I don't give a shit about the news. When people tell me about negative bullshit or how much they hate their lives, I just don't give a shit. I don't respond to it. Like, what do you want me to say? Do you want me to give you some sympathy because all of your life you've made stupid ass decisions? I have no sympathy for that. No one's gonna come and save your ass. Don't come to me if you just want to whine and bitch about why your life sucks. Come to me if you actually want to change your life and you're willing to put in the fucking work. And something that's equally as important is to just stop doing so much fucking research. Stop watching so many goddamn videos. Stop thinking you're in research mode, you're learning, you're progressing, you're not. Look, I would know. I speak to literally dozens of people every single week, people just like you, people who want to build a profitable online business so they can quit their 9-to-5 and finally become financially free. The desire of wanting to be financially free, of becoming wealthy, that's what I faced my whole life, so I know your pain better than anyone else in the world. Because that was the story of my life. I grew up in a low middle class family. My father was a nurse and my mother a nursing assistant, so life wasn't easy by any means. I can't even fucking tell you how many times over dinner or lunch or literally any time they would just complain about the price of things at the supermarket. We'd never really go on vacation. Life was fucking shit. And my dad hated his job so much it made him so miserable. He had so many dreams, so many things he wanted to do. But guess what? He didn't have the money. He was treated like shit at his work. So of course, how can you live a happy, fulfilling life if you just work your job because you have to? Otherwise, how do you feed yourself? Like, having a job is the modern equivalent of our hunter-gatherers ancestors going for a hunt. You've got to bring some food home. You've got to put some food on the table for your family and for yourself. So stop researching, thinking about doing stuff. Instead, just lock in, take fucking action. And look, I get it if you procrastinate a lot. I used to be just like that. I used to read so many books and I would literally write down entire book paragraphs because I thought that's how I was learning new things. And then I would never even open up my notes ever again. So it's like I was just writing shit just to write shit. There was no point. Now what I do is I don't really consume as much. I just produce. I just act. Because you're never going to fully 100% know in advance what's going to work and what isn't. If you make content on social media to get customers, you never know in advance which piece of content is going to do well or go viral. So instead of researching, spending all your time trying to make things look pretty and perfect, just fucking do it. And once you do something enough times, you'll get lucky. That's exactly what people don't understand. You become lucky through your effort, through repetition. It's like when I was helping agency owners to book more calls, to get more clients, the main way that agency owners were getting customers is with something we call outreach. Meaning they just send emails, they send DMs on Instagram to their potential customers. And all of the ones who were broke, they would often tell me stuff like, oh, in 3 months I reached out to 20 to 50 people. Like, bro, you should be reaching out to 200 to 500 people per day. And these people in 3 months, they reach out to 20 to 50 people. And then they wonder why they don't make money or why they only get one client a year or something. That's the reason why. If you've posted like one YouTube video a month for like 2 months, you wonder why you're not rich and successful yet. Don't be stupid, you just haven't done enough. I've posted up to 56 long-form YouTube videos on YouTube. So a long-form video, it's not a short, it's like this video that I'm making here. If you want me to show you step by step how I built a course business that's made me thousands of dollars a day, pretty passively, only working 5 to 15 hours a week when I feel like it. If I want to, like I can work more, sure, but I don't have to. click the link in the description below and apply for a free strategy call with me. Now, this is a limited time offer. I will not keep taking the calls myself alone because, I can't take calls all day long. It's just not possible. But if you want me to teach you everything and you're willing to invest in yourself, you see the value of working with a coach, this is for you. So take advantage of it while I'm making this offer. So click the link in the description below, apply for your free call, and if we're a good fit, you might get the chance to join my premium mentorship program where I'm going to take you by the hand and show you everything step by step so you too can hopefully make 10K per month with your online business. With that said, I'll see you on the other side.